if it does that again where it just drops me, I'm going to try switching over. I have a couple of additional internet options in my house. I primarily use Cox Communications usually, which is what I'm trying to use tonight. And it already dropped the very first stream, like within what, 5 or 10 minutes or something. So we are back online right now. I'll try to keep an eye on it. As if I don't have other things to do here, managing my Sims lives. But Cox Cable obviously doesn't get that and doesn't realize that I'm a very important, busy person right now, right here. Let's see if Reg got his coffee. I was talking about at some point when this dropped, I sent Reg in to get coffee. Patrick's making a painting, and I don't really know where the stream dropped. I don't know what got left out. I'm going to test taking this molding around this part of the building because it's around the rest of it. And then we're going to be pretty much ready to upload this to the gallery for download, right? Right. Let's see here. Did Reg get his coffee? Reg did get his coffee. So I was just kind of testing out, is our barista working? Earlier, I had ordered some food too. Earlier, I had been testing this out a little bit, and the barista kind of froze, and I had to reset the object, to get it to work. And he froze facing like this direction towards this back wall, and so Sims are coming out here on the sidewalk trying to order something like through the wall, right? Right. But just resetting the sim did work pretty well. Now, one great thing I'll say real quick about this lot is it does seem to be attracting a lot of Sims. This neighborhood does not bring a lot of people out. I mean, you can see the rest of the neighborhood is a dead zone. Sequoia is kind of a dead zone. It's been really, really dead, but I did a restaurant lot that brought a lot of people to the lot. And some initial testing of this sort of retail lot back over here, that also brought a bunch of people out to the lot. So there were several people on the lot, but nobody else in town, right? So, I mean, at least we've got people here at the cafe. We're going to take a look at Patrick's picture here that he's painting. Now, he's in a little bit of a sad mood. He feels like his life maybe isn't. Look, he's upsetting the baby too. So the baby's in a bad mood because he knows that Patrick is sad, right? And Patrick is sad because he feels like his life is not progressing the way it should. See, yeah, he's losing control. He has unfulfilled dreams. I don't know what the hell his dreams are. Not this one, right? I think ask Brian about his day. That's a pretty easy dream. Maybe we'll do that here in a minute and he'll get happier. But he's worried his dreams aren't coming true, so he's made this painting here of doom and gloom. Now come over here. We'll have him play with the baby for a little bit. Let's practice crawling. And then maybe play peekaboo, right? Right. Maybe we'll cheer the baby up. That poor little thing roll over on his back. Reg, did he get his food? I think he did get his food. That guy's passed out there. Ready and willing from the looks of him, right? Just out there in public, this is Sequoia. They're a little more progressive here. Where did Reg go? He is over here, not enjoying his food, but he did get his food. So I'm going to count that as a win. Well, we could have him eat it, right? He's going to eat it there. Now, over on this side, we're going to take a quick look at the molding and see how it looks by adding this molding to the back. And then we are pretty much ready to go ahead and just, oh yeah, see like that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? Let me put it on there. Because it wasn't, it's on the rest of the building around this side, up here and over here, but not, I didn't continue it around the back side of the building. Now, I don't have to have it around the back side of the building. And that's kind of my quandary. Did it look better just stopping and not filling in this part of the structure? In some ways, I almost want to say, yeah, it kind of, it does look kind of good just to have the brick there. But it also maybe looks like I just kind of forgot it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put it there. And again, that's one of those things. I'll upload it that way, but whether or not I keep it in my game that way, that's another story. We're going to take a quick look here at taking that out, and we're going to try just using, this door here. Like I said, I really like the idea of it just being wide open to the outside. That's really what I want. That's really what I like. And in my game, that's probably what I'm going to do. But putting a door there, putting something there does make it look more finished for your average person who does not know what I was doing when they download it off the gallery. Because right now, with just an archway there, it looks a little odd. Like, what was I thinking? Was I thinking it would never rain? It would never get cold? Stuff like that. One thing I'm also concerned about, but we're going to see here when we upload it, I use these shots, these photograph from reference, things here to decorate the wall. Sometimes when I upload with those, it shows the lot as modded, right? As being modded with custom content. It, of course, does not have custom content. It shouldn't read those photographs from reference as custom content, but sometimes it does. So we're going to test it right now. We're going to go ahead and upload this thing to the gallery. Now, it'll probably need to connect to the internet, to upload to the gallery. I'm going to hope it doesn't kick me offline with my internet issues right now. Let's see here. Let's get as bright as we can. I kind of wish it was spring right now. I think it would show up a little bit better. If it was a spring scene, like the flowers would be a little bit nicer looking. But the photos here, the photos on the gallery have sucked forever from the start. They've always been bad. So maybe people will be kind of used to that. I don't know. But it does look better in the spring. Oh, well. Let me rewrite this stuff here. I haven't even made a name for this place. Yeah, I did. I did make a name for this place on my other computer. I called it, let's see here. I called it Get to the Point. Get to the Point Cafe, right? Get to the Point Cafe, one bathroom. Let's see. A locally, drink local, you guys, whether it's coffee or other adult beverages, drink local, choose someplace local, keep your money in your local economy, right? A locally owned cafe in the heart of downtown San Sequoia. Now, that's all we really need. I don't think we need anything else. I think it kind of speaks for itself. It's a cafe. It's a coffee shop. Let's load this up. Yes, please connect. Let me make sure I don't get kicked offline here as we're connecting. Did it go through? It did go through. Hooray, hooray, hooray. So we've got that up online. That is good to go. Now, what we're going to do is move over here to this lot. Make sure I'm still online. I'm still online through some miracle. We're going to walk over here to this lot and take a look at what we can do over here. Now, my idea is this. Let's turn it into, I wanted to have retail, but I don't want to have retail like from Get to Work. I wanted to have more of what I've seen termed sometimes as a festival marketplace. Lots of smaller shops, not like a shopping mall or a shopping center, but more like the sort of carts and structures like this, right? Stalls, as opposed to storefronts, and in a sort of garden, open air type setting. Now, I did start to work on this a little bit, as you can see, the other day at work. Do I love it? It's okay. It's getting there. I started with this as a, whatever they're called. What are they called? Let me take a look here. Let's go into build mode. It's like the creator spaces, from community space, from eco living, right? And you have 4 different lots. I started with that. I really wasn't liking how it was working. When I had the the maker space, or whatever, the retail style space in the community spaces, nobody would come and man these food booths, right? Or these other stalls. Now, they did come and man these tables, and I couldn't just hire someone to come and work at these places, so I switched it to generic, long story short. And when I switched it to generic, then people would show up to actually work at these spaces. So we're going with generic right now, just a generic lot. And in the meantime, I have, we have to have like picnic tables for the community space that I was just talking about, but we don't have to have them for generic. We can just do tables and chairs or something like that, which is what I'm going to do for these 2 food booths. And what I want to do, let's go in here to, the terrain paint, which is not always my favorite. Terrain painting is not always my favorite. But we're going to go in here and erase that, first of all, right? We're going to take that out. And we're going to take kind of this part out too. Take all of that out. I mean, it's a good start. And yes, I'm going to head that direction. But not exactly like that. Let's try to center that there. We're going to do a firm circle, right? Definitely do a firm circle. And then up here, where we have this stuff here, let's take a look at it. I'll move that back one more like that. Now, my thought is to extend a line of this roof, right? Let's extend a line of the roof there out maybe like this. Okay, so we bring it out like that. Maybe a little bit further, but for now we'll do like that. And then we're going to take terrain paint, little smaller than what we had. And we're going to do a sort of spot here underneath it, right? Okay. Yes, I know. I know you can only edit exposed terrain, but we're going to do it like that there. And then we'll put a table and chairs under that so that there's a little bit of screening from the elements, right? From the sun or the rain or whatever may be going on. And I think right now I'm using this sort of tile, right? This Moroccan tile and stuff. I do not know I'm going to keep that. That's just where I am at the moment. But I think we're going to do this with maybe, let me take a look here and see where we stand. I'm going to bring it back one more like that. And what I want, yes, is just like that, but like this. Didn't exactly work like I wanted. Like this, so that we're going to have a kind of drop down, so it has a little bit of a multi-dimensional sort of feel to it, where it's higher and lower. It's got some rise in it. It's got a little bit of architectural interest in it, right? Looks a little bit different than just a solid roof. And then we've got that room there kind of painted out. Take that there. And I think I'm going to have to move this circle, right? I should have known better than to paint it yet, because I'm going to go ahead and just end up kind of moving that. Take that out. And one thing I'm going to do so that I know exactly where I want to put it is I'll just use a wall here. Like that. And then I know where the end of that roof is. And I can kind of set my circle easier with that knowledge, right? of where exactly that roof is when I'm down on the ground trying to use this terrain paint. So we're going to center the terrain paint right here. Should be about right, I think. Let me take a look at it. Let me think about it. I think so. So we're going to do like that. Bam, right? Ta-da. We're going to make it a little bit kind of a connection here. Like that. And then we'll take this out. I really don't know. You know, that's kind of big for a cantilever, right? It'd be a little bit big for a cantilever. But I don't want to get too much structural elements there. I do want it to be very open. You know, we've got the water and stuff. We don't want to obstruct all the views. So I'm going to have to come up with something to make it look like the roof is being held up by a structural element. And let's see here. We'll grab a quick dining room table or outdoor table. Not really dining room table. We'll call it outdoor table. I like these. I use these at the cafe. So I don't really want to use the same thing here. So let's use something like this. And we'll grab some chairs. One chair I love to use with that table is just this one, you know. It's from Get to Work. It's a great kind of modern looking chair, you know. Got that plastic feel like it would work great outdoors. Like that. We could almost fit maybe even more seating there. We might change it out with more seating. But I don't know that we really need more seating, so maybe not. I'm going to go ahead and erase this part of this sort of pathway. I'm going to have a pathway that will kind of come from this area here and kind of, you know, kind of undulate around and come back over here to where the food is. But what we're going to do is we're also going to do the exact same thing we did here out this way, right? So we're going to have another eating area back over here. And now we don't have four, you know, tiles over here, so I can center it kind of like I did with this one. So I think we'll just put it here on this edge. Whoops, not like that. Come on, there we go, like that. Bring it out and down. Again, this is, I mean, already I can pretty much guarantee you, let's just try it. I just don't think I'm going to keep the Moroccan look there. I'm really not sure, but I think I've been having a pretty cohesive style so far with white and this sort of darker wood, you know, this sort of warmish wood. So if we do that with this exterior trim, you know, it's more in keeping with what I've done so far with this neighborhood. So I think we'll probably go ahead and stay there, stay with that sort of feel. Let's see here. There we are. And much like over here, we're going to just extend this as a sort of, you know, sort of pavilion here. Kind of provide some shade and some respite from the rain. Let's fill in. I might go ahead and just do it like that. That looks pretty good. Doesn't want to let me grab the molding here. Okay, all right. Then we won't grab it then. All right, we'll just go in this way, the old-fashioned way, and we'll grab it this like that. Put it on there. Okay, so now we kind of have our eating area, right? Place to grab something to eat. Again, I'm going to fill in a little kind of, pebbly path here, a little pebbly pad to set a table and chairs on. We'll use that as our guide wall. Whoops. Or like that. And is that going to get us where we need to be? I think so. More like right here, maybe. Like so. And I don't know about this. I don't love that. Let me grab the eraser real quick. Work on that real fast here. Let's fill that back in, right? Let's bring this here. I'm going to try this again. I didn't like what I ended up with just there. I guess that's a little bit better. Like that. We'll take that off and we will put out a table and chairs here, right? I'm calling this lot actually Fox Run. There was like a little fox that came running through here the other day, right across here. So that was so cute. So I'm going to call it like the Fox Run, kind of retail lot. Festival Retail Marketplace or something like that. We could bring this out a little bit further. I had that out a little bit further like that when I first got here, when I first started, then changed my mind. So the big question, of course, is structural supports. Of course, in The Sims, things can just float like this forever and it's fine. But in order to make it look more realistic, I'm going to need to arrive at something that I don't hate and that that will work, right? Now, one thing that kind of occurs to me right off the bat is to do maybe a column. I don't know how this would look exactly. But if we did a column here in the middle of this table, like it's holding up, that roof line, I mean, that does look like it would hold that up. And I guess we could do more tables that way, like a table there maybe. And a table maybe to this other side to give us more seating, maybe, I don't know. Putting this here in the middle looks a little odd. I'm going to leave it like that for now. It'll be something we'll have to come back to and kind of revisit. The other thing I want to do though is look at terrain paint is not my specialty. Let me put that disclaimer in. Terrain paint is not my specialty, but I really do want to do a sort of curving, maybe not exactly like that, a sort of curving path, right? Maybe like that. That would lead over to the food area. It's kind of, let's smooth that out just a little bit. And then, these spaces in here would be pretty heavily filled with vegetation. We'll do some little more plant heavy look to it, very lush. Not like that. maybe like that. And maybe, let's take a look here. I'm going to just play around a little bit with some of this vegetation and see what we've got to work with. This is another point where I kind of wish this was spring, right? I wish I was dealing with spring right now instead of winter because it would look so much prettier. Looks so much prettier. Okay, let's do like this here. Kind of like that, right? So we've got, in fact, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe I should put the landscaping down first and then work the pathway around it so that it acts as more of a guide. Try something kind of like that. This is pretty preliminary, but I think it is kind of where I want to head with it. Maybe like that, right? So you've got kind of this sort of thick grass, right? Sort of a thick grass look. I could also swap that out for that more Hawaiian style grass from Island Living. That would also be nice there. Maybe like that. And then we'll throw in like some plants maybe, right? Like dead plants because it's the fall. I might have to go and change this real quick to spring. I just don't know if I can like I don't know if I can do landscaping with dead plants, y'all. Let me go here real quick and let me grab a mailbox so I can use MC Command Center because I can't plant a bunch of dead plants, right? Nope. Let's grab that real fast here. Put it into place. We'll go live. Let's pull up the MC cheats, seasons cheats. Change the season to, let's change it to summer. Make sure it is bright and lovely. There we go. That's better. Right. Okay, now let's pull up some plants here. Just to give ourselves kind of a start, like where we're going, where we're headed. So something maybe kind of like that, you know. A little wild, not too polished, but not entirely wild, right? So not super polished, not super formal, but not just entirely overgrown like an English garden. So we do want it to look like it's taken care of, right? Most retail spaces, their landscaping, you know, does look like it is taken care of. Now, at this particular space, kind of their deal is that it's park-like, right? So it's okay for it to be a little park-like, have a little bit of that feel of slightly overgrown, right? A little more natural, not even overgrown, but natural. A little more natural in the way it's kind of executed. So let's see here. My thought is to kind of, let's see if it'll work, kind of bring it around a little bit, kind of like this, right? And this is going to be a lot of over layering here, but a very sort of thick look to it like that. And then maybe put something like this in here, you know, like that. That's kind of the idea just at the moment, right? Just at the moment. But like I said, it does give me an idea of maybe doing the landscaping first and then working the paths around it. And I really do have to decide, do I want this lily of the valley type stuff or this, kind of what I think of as what is it called? What is it called? Hawaiian grass? Yes, Hawaiian grass. So this sort of Hawaiian grass, right? And I do think, well, I guess I could use both, I suppose. I don't have to really limit myself to one or the other. That's kind of what I think. So for the moment, let's do a little bit of switching back and forth and just kind of use both of them. This is, like I said, pretty preliminary. So it's part of the process with me of getting started, this kind of playing around with different things. And oftentimes, like the spa over there, which I'm almost finished with and we'll need to upload as well, the spa went through a lot of changes. It really, from when I was first working on it during a stream to now, it went through a lot of different changes. So this will too. This inevitably will go through a lot of different changes. Okay, so this is kind of what we're ending up with my placing the walkways first, right? That's what we're ending up with. Is something that looks kind of like this, and it doesn't look bad. It looks good, I think, but I'm going to do a test over here with this other stuff of what are we going to end up with if I just start with doing landscaping and then kind of building the walkway around it. We're going to try that next. But this gives us a real idea of kind of some options, of where we can head, what we're going to do. Whoops. Let's grab that, put it back here. And I think probably, we'll also throw in some art here, maybe like some bird feeders, so it brings in some birds. I might toss in, well, there's already a fox here. I don't think I'll put in the rabbit. I think I'll put in the rabbit stump, right? So the rabbits would spawn. No. I think with a fox here, we're not going to put the rabbits out. I don't know if rabbits get eaten outside of whatever the country living town is called. It escapes me right now. But let's not risk it. I really don't need like rabbit carcass laying around my retail area. Let's put this here for now. But we'll put some art in there, maybe bird feeders and stuff like that. Maybe some fountains. Okay, so let's assume on this side over here, actually I kind of like that curve. Maybe, I don't know, huh? I do like that curve there. I don't know if I want to change that or not. Let's go ahead and go down though and just create a landscape kind of area. Maybe something that we could connect a pathway from the bathrooms here over to this eating area, and then maybe over to this retail area. And we'll put in the landscaping first to kind of line that out. So we've got this Hawaiian grass. Let's do that. And that. An exact circle, but kind of a basic squarish sort of circle there that maybe could have a smaller circle over here. Like that. And then let's connect the two kind of pieces, maybe. And maybe put a little bit lusher area over here, right? So let's pump it up a little bit more, make it a little more lush again. And what we would do here in the middle maybe is, again, put art here. That's maybe why the grass is kept down a little bit in this area, is because they're going to have some sort of art installation there, right? Like so. Now, here's the thing, though. I mean, of course, looking at it, I'm thinking, well, I don't know, because I guess we could run the line to the bathroom here, right? That would kind of work and bring it around that way. Yeah, I guess that would work. And then we could go ahead and put this stuff here. As kind of a start there. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I think that will work. But let's leave a little bit of an opening here, because this is going to shape up to be kind of a lawn, maybe for picnics, maybe just to lay a kid down in, right? So if we're going to have that shape up as kind of a lawn, and I think that's where I'm headed, obviously it's kind of shaping up that way. It's almost building itself, right? I think we'll leave a little cut through there in order to provide access back here. And I don't know why I don't use shift with these. I think I'm just, every time I place one of these pieces, I'm not sure I want another piece of it. So I don't use the shift button. And then I go over there and pick one up off the menu, right? Let's put this in here. Yeah, I think what I'm thinking is heavier here on the backside with this stuff, lighter here on the front side with a small cut over, so you can walk around and see whatever is on display here with this art, right? Because what I really want to do, I guess, is do two of these so you don't see the back side of it. Like so. And then we'll grab some more of this stuff. And I think let's just go like this for now, right? And maybe come in with a cut through here, walk around, cut over here. And then we'll fill in with the smaller size of this vegetation, maybe around here, like so. Whoops, wrong button, you guys. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Like that. Whoops. Sorry, I don't know why I keep hitting that. Must be different on my other computer. Probably the one I use at work. That's where the button is. Okay, so let's put this here. Kind of here. I'm going to move this stuff around just a little bit. So we have kind of an outline there of where we're headed. Now we'll go ahead and put in this stuff, right? And then, if you didn't want to use that for paintings or anything to sell paintings, although I think it'd be great, have your sim bring their paintings here to sell, right? You could take it out and put benches here. In fact, we could even put a bench over here. But you could take it out and put benches here and then, or a piece of art or a fountain or something like that. Now, let's see, what do we have here? What do we have here? Yes, I think that doing a little bench here might be kind of cool, right? Because it'll give us a little bit of a museum type of feel, a sort of outdoor museum, this idea that you could come here and sit and kind of, gaze at the art, sort of, right? So we'll bring in maybe like that. And like that. Make that a little more rounded there. Might make that a little more rounded too. Give it a little more natural shape than that squared off look that we had going there. And then we'll grab some more terrain paint here. Hooray, hooray. This is going to be like the most terrain paint I've used probably through the entire Sims game. Will be just on this lot. Like that. And then we could put in a nice little kind of bench there. Although, actually, you know what? I'm going to undo that. I'm going to bring that back. And in fact, I'm going to leave it as grass. Because I really don't want to get this lot like too heavy covered with gravel, right? I kind of do want it to be a little natural. And let's take this piece, kind of turn it around like that. Okay, and then we can put a bench right there, just on the grass itself. Let's see here. This has been kind of a modern lot so far, so I guess keeping with the theme, at least for now, we're going to go with this. A nice white bench with a great blue seat. I think we'll leave it blue. Let's say yes for now. Yes to the bench for now. Like so. And we'll bump up this landscaping. We'll add some flowers to it like we've done over here. First, I'm going to go ahead and fill in this side of it. like so. We're going to need a little bit of fill in over here as well. And again, we're going to turn that, kind of square edge inward. Switch back to our more natural looking sort of rounded edge here. Like that. And then we have a great sort of place to hang art there. Very natural looking. And I definitely want to do flowers, but I think we'll also do maybe something like this in a line all the way around, because we do have this lavender over here. So in a lot of ways, I do feel like maybe we need to tie, we don't have to, but maybe we ought to tie some of what's around us into this just so it doesn't seem too jarring compared to the land around it, right? So maybe we do a line of lavender. Let's go down here a little bit closer. Make that one larger here. Kind of a dividing line. We can always change it. I don't know if I love the idea of making that one larger, but I think for the moment, it's going to work pretty well. And we'll do that. And then we've got a nice line of lavender there. First of all, it's going to smell great, right? It's going to smell great. It's going to smell great here. We got a lot of food stuff going on. We got kind of a bathroom nearby and stuff. So let's put a little lavender in here to make it nice. And I really want to, I'm going to alter this up a little bit so it doesn't look quite so much the same, right? Make it look a little more natural. There we go. Turn those around a little bit. Now we've got this here. I think actually I'm going to move this here to this larger part like that. Almost like an opening, almost like a gate, right? Like this is kind of the gate into this area. Let me look at this from above. So I think we're going to go like that. And like that. For the moment. Like I said, I don't know if I love this larger piece. I might change that out with something else. There's some bushes in the debug part of growing together. Let me take that out real quick. We've got something like that we could use there. I kind of shy away from trees because they disappear so easily. But we've got something like this that, looks like a large tree, kind of, especially when you blow it up. We could do a topiary, like a little rabbit, Those are cute. We've got this sort of topiary. You got that again. We've got this. This is a good standby. It always looks good, right? We could do that there. And then what we do is we come in and let's see here. Maybe come in like this. And then we'll grab our lavender and continue it. In the curve that we were already doing. like so. That might work a little bit better. Something like that. I might even go ahead and put a few more kind of around the tree itself. We can maybe pop in, you know, I consider this yellow bush the old standby as well. It's kind of like, you know, old trusty. Could do a couple of those in here. Maybe pull it out like that. For now. So that's an idea of landscaping, right? That's kind of where we can head with our landscaped look. Grab this, make it bigger, tie it in there. I've got this nice little lawn here, access to the food, access to the paintings. I obviously, working back here with this area, I'm going to have the same problem kind of, you know, what's holding it up? You know, what's holding this roof up? What's holding that structure up that the stalls and carts are placed under? I put this here as kind of an idea of what's holding it up. And it works okay. And we could actually grab these pillars, I guess, and put on each side of it, right? Kind of like that. And I did test this out already. People will fill those carts and you can buy stuff from them. So as far as that goes, it works. That tree back behind, I do think I'm going to take out this pebbles, you know, the pebbles back here behind it. I'm going to take those out. And we're either going to make it dirt, probably dirt, because the tree's so big that I think not much grass would grow underneath it, except for maybe shade grass like fescue or something might. But I think we'll just go with kind of dirt, you know, something healthy looking, something like, well, that's mud, right? Muddy mud. Well, maybe muddy mud. Let's look at that first. Nah, not muddy mud. Let's try this one. Okay. And then I think in order, we'll just kind of bleed it over into the pebbles here a little bit. Not have quite such a hard break, right? Because in reality, we wouldn't have a real hard break. We'd have some kind of bleed over. But I'm going to bring this down even more. A little more control over it. And then we have the idea that, yeah, I mean, this dirt is bleeding over here a little bit. And we'll even go in real quick. Let's grab some of this pebbles and do the same thing, but, you know, from the other side, right? So going to have a little bit of the pebble kind of bleed over with the dirt. Gives it a more kind of natural look. I mean, chances are, like, your Sims and you are never going to go back here, right? But it does kind of give us the feel that we kind of need for realism in this particular build. Let's go over here. Grab another one of those posts. And maybe I don't know, maybe a post here. And then we're going to look at this real quick because we are going to bring a sort of curving path back here. that will come around like this and connect over here. It's my thought anyway at the moment. Let's see here. So let's see here. Oh, it's way too big. Way too big. Way too small. There we go. So if we bring, that's kind of too big too though, isn't it? It looks way too big to me. Let's take that out. That's also way too small. I guess it was kind of a larger size. I don't know, it looks awfully big now. Like right now, it looks awfully big. Let's go though around like this, right? And we're gonna go around like this. Like that, kind of. Is kind of what I am thinking at the moment, but well, that's not too bad, actually. I mean, I think that might work. And then we could maybe relocate this table here. I don't know. That's an awful lot of that. Let's take that out. Let's go back. Yeah. And let's use the eraser instead and actually go ahead and chip away a little bit more of this here. It's kind of tough when we get to the edge with this stuff because, you know, it kind of runs up against the edge. Let's see. But maybe if we make this a little bit bigger, more of an angle like that. That definition on here, a little bit of a lawn. Do some landscaping here, around this side maybe. Don't know. Let me go down here. Let's put some landscaping in by this restroom. We don't really need a mailbox on this. I just put it there so I can use MC Command Center. Kind of move that back a little bit. Let's grab this stuff here. Fill it in like that. Let's grab this garbage can. Put it right here. That community board was for when it was going to be a community lot, like from Eco. We really don't need it, but I might leave it there. Just, you know, for appearances, right? Just have something to look at, kind of. We'll think about it. We'll think about that. We might replace it with something else. Now, the big quandary, of course, is what grass do I like better? I actually do kind of like that Hawaiian grass a lot. It has it does have a great look for this area, better than I thought it was going to be, you know, kind of when I started. So let's grab some more of it. Like that, maybe. Yeah, and then let's see here. So far, as a part of this area that I've been building out, I've been using a lot of this new wood siding from the Growing Together pack, right? This stuff, both indoors and outdoors, and I think I'm going to use it here for those bathrooms. Kind of warm them up a little bit. It also kind of gives, makes them stand out, right? Like you can really see. I might come back and put the Moroccan tile back in place. I don't know. I haven't decided. I do like it, but I'm real back and forth with whether or not I'm going to, use it. And then let's see if we throw in this sort of tile, which kind of matches coffee shop. Do I have a place that'll work? Not really. Now you're not really going to see it there. Again, it's kind of weird how this is kind of taking on a little bit of a heart shape here. I did not plan it that way, that's for sure. But, maybe it'll work out okay. Maybe it'll be kind of cute. We'll see. I might put something on this lawn, for like kids, maybe like a toy or something to play with. Some sort of outdoor thing, that they can do. Maybe mom and dad, or mom and mom, and mom and dad and dad. My game is usually dad and dad are kind of, checking out the stalls and stuff. Like so. And I think we will do a few more bushes through here, right? I'm going to do something like this. Maybe kind of over. Might be too big. I do want to do it kind of oversized, but that might be too oversized. I can use the tool mod to make it a little, to make it bigger, but not that big. That much bigger. Might have to do that. My thought is just to create a little more screening here for the bathroom, right? From the eating area. But not get too crazy with it, because that tree is awfully big. So maybe just a line of trees kind of like this. Let's see here. Like so for the moment. It looks okay for the moment. I do think, let's grab this and put it smaller one here. Or maybe here. Yes, son. Am I using my phone? No. Yeah, it's right there. Right down there. Here, plugged in. That's my son needing to use my phone for something. Don't know what. Can't imagine. He does have his own phone, so obviously his phone is probably dead. Oh. No, he tells me 25%. What do you need mine for? Oh, okay. Do. Let's put another little bush here. Like that. And then we're going to do some flowers through here as well. Whoops, on this area. Do. Like that. Do. And you know, I might change this landscaping around, right? I mean, nothing's set in stone with me. This is a great kind of first approximation of where I'm going with it. Let's see here. Throw that in there. Mm. And again, we could put maybe an art statue, or I might put the bird feeder here. In fact, let's do that right now. It's right here by this kind of lawn. I mean, maybe it's kind of, I don't know, putting a bird feeder by the food, but maybe it would kind of lure them over here away from the food. That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm sticking with. Put that there. Make it green. Like so. I don't know if I like those flowers there or not. I'm going to leave them there for now. But I don't think by the time I upload this that they'll be there. I don't think that I will leave them there. I think I'll swap them out with something else. But you know, it's starting to get there. It's not bad. It's not awful. I just don't love it. So I might do something more like this around here. Kind of nice floral berm like that. And we could put some, you know, here, and here. There. That's kind of a start, right? So we've got kind of a start there. Let's see. Now, again, what are we going to do with seating around this pillar? I don't know. One thing I thought of, as I've been working on this, that's kind of pretty right there, actually. That is kind of pretty. Is maybe grabbing a round table, and it would be kind of a communal maybe look. I don't know if we have anything. Well, maybe that. I'm not sure that it seems big enough to me, but maybe something like that. And then chairs, maybe we could use these same chairs, in fact. Or we've got something like this. These are very cool. I want something that looks pretty outdoorsy. Of course, got that. In fact, that's pretty cool. I do kind of like 3 people sitting on this side and 3 on this side. And if they were separate groups, it would be okay. And in fact, I kind of like that. It has kind of a 70s, 80s sort of vibe they would have done. Because it's I do kind of feel like I feel like it's the sort of thing I've seen, right? I don't know why that one's not lining. Why is that one not lining up? I don't know. Let's take a look here and see what we can fix. There we go. So, maybe like that. But I really like the way this looks out here, kind of in this landscaping. So I don't know. I'm going to set this over here for now. We're going to think about using those tables. That is a maybe and a maybe not, but we're definitely going to go ahead right now while I think about it. And yes, I want this lawn here, but we're going to go ahead and fill in a little bit more of a landscaped edge to this. And then we have this sort of, almost like just a sort of grassy sort of cut through between this cells area here and that food area, which maybe isn't really intended as, in fact, I don't think I will use it as a cut through. Come to think of it, I think I will go ahead and again, let's go ahead and bring this around. So that it's really not supposed to be a cut through, right? Like so. Something more like that, in fact. Do. There, and that leaves us a little lawn there, a little less lawn than I kind of thought we were going to have when I first started this. I have added a lot more landscaping to this area, but it's a nice little place. Like I said, it'd be a little place if you're eating and you got some kids with you, and they're going to go over here and kind of hang out for a little bit and laugh and cut up and stuff. So, and we'll come in with some more terrain paint later. Now, I think I probably will go ahead eventually and switch out this, lily of the valley stuff with the Hawaiian grass. I do think I like the Hawaiian grass better. So far, it does look really, really, pretty in here. We're going to go through and put some bushes over here by this part of the bathroom. That. For now, even though I've said I don't really like these flowers, I don't think I am going to keep using them. Maybe if I just, maybe if I put a few more of them out and kind of have them in other areas on this lot, then it'll kind of tie together and it'll feel a little more natural, like it's kind of meant to be, instead of feeling a little, right now I think it feels a little out of place, right? I think that's part of what I'm feeling with it. And sometimes, you can kind of fix that sort of feeling that it's sticking out by just adding a few more of them kind of someplace else in the build. So you can maybe come around the corner and oh, look, there's some more of those. Oh, okay, I get it. I know it can be cloned. Come on. Here we go. Unkempt shrubbery. We're going to add another one of those. Right there. And right in here. Okay. And I hope this is looking tall enough, there's enough vegetation here. I might have to put in, I do have this big tree back here, right? I do have a big tree. And in fact, I think I'm going to turn it more like that. So that kind of overhangs the park a little bit more. And we might have to put in a few more trees. I do not like to use trees because they disappear, right? They disappear from when you get close, when you're playing the game. And I don't really like that, so we'll see. Okay, we're going to carve out a little bit more there, because we are going to need room to run landscaping along here. And one area where we could put a tree again, gosh, I hate to even do it, would be someplace, kind of like right here, right? That's so cute. I love that with all the lights on it. That would be kind of cute for a retail plaza. It's awfully big, it's really kind of big, but it would be cute. There's also a version of that, though, that came with movie stuff, like movie night or whatever it was called. Let's see here. We got this tree. And that one looks pretty good, kind of blown up a little bit bigger. And that does give me some of the height I kind of was wanting out of this vegetation. So I'm going to leave that there, even though I don't like it, even though I don't like trees, because they disappear. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there because it does look good. At least right now it looks good, right? It looks good right now. And so I'm going to leave it. We're going to put in another kind of area over here. Just trying to judge that just right there. I think that's pretty good. We might come, well, like this, I guess, and then fill in this part here. Because my thought right now is go ahead and put another tree over here as well, right? So I have a tree here, here, and here, maybe none on that part. And I might have to move it, though, so I can see what I'm doing here. That's the thing I don't understand. Like, I don't want the trees to disappear in live mode. And they do. But I would like for them to disappear in build mode, and they don't. It's almost like they got the programming kind of backwards on that. Let's see here. Come around like this. We'll fill this in like so, like this here. Here we go. I mean, I do have a thought of maybe putting like some benches back here on a little lawn. This little lawn here. To look out over the water, right? Seems like that's the sort of thing that would be there. I'm going to fill that in. And in fact, I think I'm going to leave a cut here in the landscaping just for that purpose. Because again, I mean, in real life, I feel like if I were helping design this particular kind of shopping area, shopping and entertainment, leisure, lifestyle area, I mean, we would want to have a little place back here where people could kind of see the water, right? Sit on a bench, look at the water, look at the boats, look at the view across the water. We're going to fill in here as, whoops, not with that. We're going to fill in here as well. I had a great day today. My son and I went Pokemon Go today, and it was so much fun. It was a beautiful day here in Oklahoma where I live, which is unusual. We don't get a lot of really great days it's usually too cold or too hot or too windy or raining or there's a tornado or something like that is going on. But today was a great exception. He and I went out trying to build up. Well, he's ahead of me in Pokemon Go. I was trying to catch up with him level wise. I'm kind of behind. But we got some great Pokemoning done, went and had some lunch, and then grabbed some ice cream on the way home. And there was this ice cream sundae. And it was like I don't even remember what it was called. Like candy bar cookie sundae or something. I don't know. But I looked at it and thought, ooh, that sounds so good. I think I'll go ahead and get that. It was, I don't want to say it was awful, but oh my God, it was awful. It was so sweet. And just like too much of everything. They took like these two big cookies and they put them in the bottom and then they covered them with like chocolate fudge sauce, you know, that you put on a sundae, right? They covered the cookies with that. Then they put ice cream that had Reese's peanut butter cups in it on top of those cookies. And then they covered that ice cream with that chocolate fudge, right? And then they sprinkled it with M&Ms on top of that, and then put whipped cream on top of that. And it was just, I came home and had to take a nap because I don't even think it was a nap. I think it was a diabetic coma. It was so sweet. I don't think my body could even process it. I was like, next time I'm going to just do the stand. I usually just get an ice cream cone with like a single scoop in it, right? But this time I was living on the edge. I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm going to get a sundae. I haven't bought an ice cream sundae in a long time. I'm going to just go all out here. I'll get this sundae. Oh my God, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. It was so rich. Now, our lunch was better. We had lunch at kind of a local sort of, like a drive-in type of place. And it's a chain. I don't know how far outside of this region that they exist. But it's called Del Rancho. And it is so good. It is so good. I love Del Rancho. And so we went there. We only have one in town, and it's like 1,000,000 years old. And the place where it's located is actually older than it is because Del Rancho was not the first thing that was there. Someone told me that recently, and I don't remember that, of course. I always remember Del Rancho being there, but someone told me recently that no, there was like some other sort of like, I guess, locally owned drive-in there before that. And they went under, and some guy bought it and put a Del Rancho franchise there. So, you know, that's how that came to be. But anyway, I digress. Let me get back over to this tree. We'll move this tree back into place. I do not know that tree is going to stay there, but for now it looks okay. Got a nice little bench here to look at the water. I am going to I'm going to tinker with that bench a little bit here because it feels like kind of insecure, don't you think? Like sitting right there on the edge of that water like that. I can't do much with it really because grid-wise, you know, I'm like right at the edge. But I could put, like bollards or something there, I guess. Maybe let's look at lighting, maybe, or check out our decorations, see what we got in here. I'm going to grab one of these signs. You know, this sign probably tells you what you're about to see. Come and sit on the bench and lookout point and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, blah, 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 history. Let's see here. What do we have to use? See, it's going to be kind of tough. I don't have a lot of space here to work with. I mean, I guess I don't have to put anything there. I can just be like, you know what? You are responsible for yourself. If you walk off the edge of that pier into that water and drown, then you know what? I can't be held responsible for you. I got my own problems. I got my own stuff to worry about. I cannot sit around all day worrying you're gonna walk off that pier and kill yourself. Let's see here. We could put a little line though of like maybe some of these like pots here, and just to say like, hey, remember, this is the edge. Don't fall in. Don't drop to your death and get eaten by sharks. Do. We're going to pretend like we just had to put it there too, because like insurance. Probably the insurance company came out and said, oh, no. You've got to have some sort of barrier there between people and the water because they do not have enough sense except to walk on out there. Well, and I will say this, children, we got infants now. Children are going to be at this lot. So I guess, yeah, in real life, like a baby whose parents don't care about it and just let it wander off on its own, would maybe fall in the water there, and that would not be great. But in real life, I would put a fence there, and I just can't put a fence there in The Sims because we're already at the edge of the lot. Like that. That's not too bad. That's all. I guess it'll be okay for now. I'm going to leave it for now. I don't love it. I might be able to grab some. I might be able to grab some sort of fencing from the debug menu, maybe, and put on there. Maybe. I don't know. Here in a minute, we might do a little bit quick play testing and see how this is starting to hold together. Those would be cute with some flowers in it, I think. Again, maybe. Let me look here and see what we got. Not that. Do. Let's see what else have we got in here. This. How does that look? That's not too bad, actually. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, let's do a line of flowers there then. Like so. Actually, do I even need to make them smaller? Let me see here. Yeah, because on the backside they kind of stick out. So I do have to make them smaller, but that's okay. Let's go up here. Oh, come on, game. Drop those down a little bit. For goodness sakes, I know that it'll work. I've done it here a couple of times already. Lord Almighty. Come on. It worked for those other two, right? Should work for this. I can go into tool mod and make it work. There, that worked. That worked. That's not too bad. That's good. Do. Let's see here. Come on, where is it? There it is. Do. Watch, I'll go through like all this trouble to do this, and then before I upload it, I'll take it all out and be like, I don't really like that. Why did I do that? I don't like that. Try that there. That looks nice. I do think it looks kind of pretty though, so I hope I decide I like it. Nice line of, flowers. Like so. Okay, so that takes care of that line there, right? A little bit of screening to remind you, don't throw yourself from this bench down onto the treacherous rocks below and your certain doom and death in the sea. Now, let's go down here. We'll take a look at this table area. I don't know if we're going to use that table there. We'll have to wait and see. Let's put in some more vegetation. It's a lot of vegetation here, of course. Vegetation heavy sort of build. I was thinking the other day, I was talking about spring here in Oklahoma. I need to take my son up to our local amusement park, Frontier City, because Oklahoma's a frontier Wild West type. It actually is kind of a Wild West type place because anymore nowadays. But it's a great little amusement park. And last year I bought like a season pass, and I haven't even gone yet because it was so hot here last year. I'm not kidding. It was so hot that I just couldn't face it. The place didn't even open till like 11. And I was just like, oh my God, it's going to be like 98 degrees by 11, or maybe not that hot, 92 degrees maybe or something Fahrenheit, and normally I would rather, open at 8, leave at 11, leave at noon, something like that. But it was not possible, so we ended up not going, mostly for that reason. So that thing has just been a complete waste. Complete waste. But it's still good because it was a yearly pass, so I need to get him over there and kind of have some fun. The pass also includes our local water park, Whitewater Bay, or whatever they call it now. It changes names every so often. And we did go to Whitewater one time last year. With it being a swimming pool, it was a little bit more bearable, with the heat. But even still, it was really, really hot even there. I mean, it was just, we had crazy, crazy heat last year. Oklahoma has a lot of, heat anyway, a lot of crazy heat. But it was particularly bad. Do that. And like that. Kind of round it off. I think I'm going to stop. And I'm going to kind of end it right there. And that will be our cut through over here to this area. Which is all pretty much gardening based. Well, no, it's not. There's a food market over there, come to think of it. One of those stalls is a food market from Cottage Living. Or not Cottage Living, Country Living? What was it called? Hell, I don't know. The one set in England with the rabbits. That one. That's what it was. And it came with a grocery saw, which was super cool. So I put that there. Do this. Give it a little bit more of a rounded entry there. And we'll come in here with our terrain paint. And kind of, you know, paint through here. I'm going to hope that this doesn't interfere with that. I don't think it will. Fingers crossed on that one. I don't think it will. Let's go ahead and do that's such high grass. So maybe just clump like that. Maybe just another one of shoot. Let's see here. It's awfully close to that other tree. Maybe move it back like that. I kind of like it bigger, though. I do like it bigger like that, but it doesn't feel like there's enough space there for it. Huh. Maybe we'll just create a little more space for it, like so. Kind of like that. Makes it a little bit better. And I'd really, really, really like to put kind of lavender just along this whole edge, even though that grass there is pretty well grown up. Maybe like that. I don't know. Let's stick with it though. And then we'll go ahead and we'll bring this down. Like it's been mowed back just a little bit around here. Put that in here and in here. And then we can put, you know, kind of the smaller versions of this here. And I think some sort of piece of art there maybe would be a great kind of addition. I don't love that piece, but it looks kind of like a retail center type of piece of art, right? I think it does anyway. So we might put that there, right? Something kind of lovely, little ballerina under the tree. I almost never use that. I mean, really. But for this application, I think it might work. What else have I got in this place? Let's grab some of this. Not too bad, not too shabby. Now, let's turn this into live mode and see how well people move around here. Let's see what happens. Let's see who shows up, from town. I'm going to hire a vendor. Because it's a generic lot, we're going to have to hire a lot of vendors. But that's okay. I actually really don't mind. I usually just cheat myself the money I need to hire everybody. I may have to do that all over again. Let's see. Come on, Reg. Get the hiring people. Go put the baby down. Where did he put that kid? You drop him in the water? Let's see here. Where did he put the kid? I'll have to find him here in a minute. Let's hire a vendor. And let's hire a vendor. Let's hire a vendor there, hire a vendor here. And what's left? This one? No, I think there's someone coming for that one. So we're going to get everything opened up here. I think we're going to get everything opened up here. That's open. How about this? Hire a vendor. There we go. So we got some places to get some food. We got some places to buy flowers and stuff. Let's have... First of all, let's find out where my baby is. Where is he? Where is he? Says he's right here. Where? Where is he? Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Is he over here? Yeah, Reg put him back here behind this thing. Okay, so let's have him pick the baby up and walk over here. Let's walk over here. Let's have Patrick order some food. Let's order some egg rolls. Seems to be working pretty well, just fine. Let's see here. We can buy flowers. We can buy garden shop items. I'm going to have Reg. Nobody's really using those tables with the pole in the middle. Is that a bad sign? That's probably a bad sign. But I'll check it out more here in a little bit. Let's have Reg go to the grocery shop. So we could buy some food items. What do we got here for fish? Let's get some salmon. Let's get some salmon real quick. I'm not going right home. I hope it doesn't spoil. books, everything. Fruit. The fruit's like crazy expensive, of course. Because of inflation, it's like my own store. $20 for a pineapple. That sounds about right. Actually, the other day at the grocery store, a red cabbage was $13. And I'm not kidding. A red cabbage was $13. So yeah, these prices seem okay. They seem pretty normal, right? Let's grab a bottle of milk and some cheese. God, this stuff is so expensive. $10 for an egg? There must be I think there's probably a mod out there somewhere that we can change the prices on this because this is too expensive. Oh, here we go. Here's some meat. Let's get some white meat. It's going to be chicken. Some sugar. What do we got in our vegetables? An $18 carrot probably. Basically $33 green beans. $17 potatoes, and so on and so forth. Let's just go with that. We're going to order that stuff there and see how it goes. At the table. Yeah, I mean, he really hates it. That's for sure. Okay, we might have to tinker with that table setup. Let's have him come over here and have a seat here. And let's have Reg have a seat here too. No, he's still mad. He didn't like sitting there either. Well, that's just him right now. Sit your ass down, Patrick. God damn. Sit there. Sit and talk and be nice. He's so upset because his life isn't his dreams aren't coming true. Let's get him, having a good time here. Let's see here. Deep thoughts. Here we go. Banter with let's see, share brilliant ideas. How about that? Worry about baby development. There. No, that's not too bad. I could have one of them try the bathroom here in a minute, see if that works. It should work. Should be nothing wrong with the bathroom. I don't think so. No, see, he's very happy. Very happy. Oh, there's two people in the bathroom together. Don't know what they're up to. Hopefully not breaking any of our morality laws. Let's see here. Let's grab some tile. I think we'll use the new tile from the new pack. This stuff. Super cool, super pretty. In there like so. I need a sink over here. I can't believe they're both in there. And a toilet over here. And I probably ought to put a mirror in. Toilet paper in. That's way too big. How about that? That's okay. Let's do that. We'll throw in this lighted mirror. Throw in some toilet paper. And we will throw in a couple of overhead lights as well. And then we're going to have Reg come over here and, well, let's have Patrick come over here and test it because I think Reg is still holding the baby. Use. I could put a little pond in here, like a little pond right here. I'm going to have to think about that. I might put a little pond here. Or, yeah, I might put a little pond here and change this more to a lawn. I don't know. This is kind of a one-person bathroom, buddy. Just so, yeah, I don't want a respectful introduction. I want you to get out. I didn't really come in here to talk to you. I just came here to use the restroom. It's a popular place. Good hangout, but oh my God, is there a third person in there now? There's a third person trying to go in. One toilet, one sink, 3 people, 3 guys. I'm going to leave it at that. Go and sit there. Sit and chat here. Get out of the bathroom, for God's sakes. Probably leave a little lawn area here. See what stuff is still open. But I might do a pond here. That might be really nice. Be really pretty. That, though, is something for another day. Let's see here. I think for a start, our sort of festival, sort of retail area here is coming along pretty well. Looks pretty nice. Get it. I'm trying to, I guess I could tab it like this. I'm just trying to get a picture of it real quick. Move it around like that, yeah. And then just take a picture right there. Not too bad. Well, it's not too good either. Let me move over a little bit here. Let's take it like that. That's not too bad. Okay, so that's going to call it good for this particular stream. We are going to close out here on this particular stream right now. If you've enjoyed this, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. For our next builds, we're going to continue building out San Sequoia, including this lot. We'll continue upgrading the landscaping here, finishing it off, doing some shading through with the terrain paints. Then we're going to move over to the residential area. We also need to make sure we've got our last things in place on the spa, upload the spa to the gallery. Then we'll move over to the residential area. I've already done one residential area actually before I even got the pack. I did all the houses that I wanted to do for that area and a restaurant, right? The next area is pretty much pure residential. So we're going to work on that. And I have some work I want to do on sets for my series, the RM Cascadian, Growing Together. Episode 5 I'm working on right now. It's going kind of slow. I've had to retool some of the sets for that for Christmas, and also just because some of the sets that I use, I did a long time ago, you know, and so I'm kind of updating them now that I have like about 3,000 more packs than I had, say, back with Get Together. Right. But please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And in the meantime, thank you, as always, for watching.